What's up, everyone? Trent here.
Along with Julia.
And we've just checked out the latest in the Transformers series. I'm going to call it a reboot.
Yeah, I'm calling it a reboot too.
Yep, Bumblebee. Woo, yay, the little yellow buggy that could. Anyway, if you like what you see, follow our handles at Fortress Nerd, subscribe to the channel, and as always,
You're watching
The Fortress. Okay, so Bumblebee takes place in 1987 before Transformers 1,
Yes.
which is a great thing. The plot is very, very basic. It sees Bumblebee get sent to Earth after the Battle of Cybertron, where it is his objective to set up a base for the Autobots to operate out of and save themselves from decimation in the war.
Which happens to be Earth.
Yes, of course it has to be Earth.
Has to be Earth.
Anyway, Bumblebee goes through a lot of changes. We see him lose his voice box, and he's pursued by two Decepticons, and they are nameless throughout the
Yes.
entire movie until the credits.
Yeah.
So-
literally until the credits, I had no idea what Decepticons they were.
Yeah, but that's basically it, and it's his job to call Optimus and the rest of the Autobots to Earth and stop the Decepticons from destroying Earth.
Yep.
Simple plot, fun movie.
Very fun movie. Easy popcorn movie.
Yeah, what did you enjoy about it?
I really enjoyed the CGI. I really enjoyed the lead acting and the connection that she did have with Bumblebee.
Yes, Haley Steinfeld was amazing.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I was a little bit worried having this female lead, especially just with this aspect of push for female leads, and worried that they would play up the, oh, she needs to be in love, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. But no, just brilliant acting.
Yeah, she was good. She's likable. She's
Yes,
a very
she's
likable
very
lead.
likeable character.
She didn't do anything out of the ordinary. It's not the best acting that I've seen her do. She was better in Spider-Verse as Gwen, but ultimately she's highly likable, and the relationship that she has with Bumblebee in this is ultimately what the driving point of the film is.
Yeah.
You spoke about the CGI. We'll touch on that a bit in a second, but the human element for the Transformers is always something that has been a huge letdown ever since Shia LaBeouf. It's just got progressively worse and worse. Mark Wahlberg came in and tried to save the franchise, but he was still annoying.
Yeah.
This is the first female that I've actually liked that's not just for sex appeal, which is good. Not that I have an issue with sex appeal, because
Sex sells.
yeah, Megan Fox was fantastic to look at. But if you want to see something that's actually, got some substance to it, Haley Steinfeld is so friendly. You're drawn to her. She's just got that charm that you want to watch. Or you can always watch.
Well, it has that moments where you could relate to her regardless. So,
Yeah.
like, you've all had that moments where you've given up on a project, or you've yelled, or you've tried to bargain with someone, and it's my birthday.
Yeah. But ultimately, still the human element, aside from her, was a letdown. Memo or Memo, whatever they wanted to call him. Jorge, he was not great. He was unnecessary. A forced love interest. Unnecessary to the overall plot, really.
Just kind of a
Comedic
bring-in
relief.
sidekick.
Yeah, comedic relief. You had the same parent dynamic that was with Sam Witwicky in the original trilogy. Give or take. Really, the only two leads that needed to be in this movie were John Cena and
Wow,
Haley Steinfeld.
you're actually saying John Cena needed to be in this movie?
In regards to actually moving the plot along.
Yes. His character was needed.
Yes.
Whether he as an actor was needed in this movie is left for debate.
Yeah, John, a special agent from Sector 7, which ties into the original Transformers, which is the government department that looks after all those kind of extraterrestrial transformery things. But they were the main two humans. The others could easily have been removed. It would have been a much more enjoyable movie. Not that it was a bad movie to begin with. This was just this actually is my favorite Transformers movie.
Yeah, it
all of them.
is actually my favourite as well.
Yeah, we get to see the war on Cybertron, which is something that has been seriously missing from the original, or the first 5.
Yes.
Can you believe there's been 5
5.
since 2007?
And we have not had the war.
No, well, glimpses. But this was great. It was a good nostalgia thing. You got I basically splooshed when I saw the original Soundwave and Ravage.
Yes,
That
you
made
did.
me
You
so
did.
happy. There's a lot of fan service in those, even though it's I'd say 10 minutes of the film max.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fan service. You get to see Optimus kick ass, and you said before the CGI was fantastic.
It was. We're watching robots, we're watching Autobots and Decepticons and things change into it, but it allowed for suspended disbelief. It didn't seem forced. It didn't seem like she was acting to a tennis ball and a stick. And the animation didn't seem clunky like some of the other Transformer movies have been. And an overuse, especially of sound as well when they're transforming. This was just little subtle ones for Bumblebee, and you're like, aww.
Yeah, he was really good. And this is what I liked about this movie. The other Transformers films, it's been a huge robot cast.
Yes.
They have all gotten lost in the scope of the film. They've been epic. It's Michael Bay movies.
They're epic, but they're lost.
Yeah. Travis Knight chose to focus on one.
Yep.
And there were two others. Two other Decepticons that were in there. When they were fighting at the end, you got to see and tell who was doing what was fighting. It was colourful.
It was colourful. You could tell the difference.
Yes.
It wasn't like Venom where it was just this amalgamation of black going.
Yeah, well, it wasn't like the other Transformers where you had to kind of pay attention to the sounds and maybe a quick little nod to who just died or who was fighting who. This was actually you saw the color scheme of the Decepticons and Autobots. It was there were three color schemes. There was yellow, blue, and red.
It was great.
Easy to pick, base colors.
Yep.
And it was just really easy to.
It was easy to watch.
It was enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
And there was still violence. This is still a kids' movie.
But there was some decent violence.
But there was some violence. But the CGI brought, to me, it made Bumblebee a much more... Because he was the focus, you got to see a lot more of his kind of facial expressions.
Yeah.
Instead of just without his voice. You got to hear him speak at the start, and then you got to see him act more and grow up.
Yeah. Interacting
with Earthlings, as opposed to kind of him with Shia LaBeouf, where it was Shia acting like a dickhead.
Yeah.
And going, ramble. This was much more... It felt like an actual connection.
Yes.
Which I enjoyed.
Yep, I agree.
And the soundtrack...
Oh my god, it was perfect. I didn't
phenomenal.
expect it. Because I didn't realise this was set in the 1980s. I thought we were just going to get some modern pop music, top 40s, that kind of stuff. No, we got good 80s.
Yeah, we got Runaway by Bon Jovi. We got Take On Me. We got so many
We got so much. It was so good.
My personal favourite moment in the film was when she injected the Smiths tape into him and he spat it out. That made me so happy as a fan of The Cure. That made me so happy. But yeah, I love this movie. It was a nostalgia effect, but it was the Transformers movie we should have had 10 years ago.
Yes. It was the one we should have started with.
Yeah, and hindsight's a spectacular thing and a great thing to have. Transformers 1 is still an amazing movie.
Yeah, it is, for the time.
Yeah, but Travis Knight, as director, he took this franchise, which I'm going to say even though it keeps making money, it is a failing franchise in terms of how much people get irritated with it.
People watch it to get annoyed.
People watch it because they want to see their favourite childhood toys come to life, and Michael Bay just ruined that. But now Travis Knight's taken it under his wing. You see it's going to be a much more upbeat kind of... It's still going to have the dark moments, but it's got a much more friendly, welcoming tone.
It's a light movie.
It's a light popcorn movie that's highly enjoyable, and I actually do want to see Haley Steinfeld return.
Definitely.
Because it didn't really give room for her to return as a character, maybe, but...
It ended well.
It ended very well. It was a very good self-contained movie, and I'm very much looking forward to see where they explore, if they don't do a hard reset of the entire continuity from here to the old
Maybe,
movies.
Hopefully. So out of 5, what would you give this movie?
I'd give it a 4.
You give it a 4?
Yeah. I'd actually, out of 10, I'd give it a 9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I was just going to give it So I guess out of 10, because 10's easier number to grade. So sorry about the 5.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from. We've never done 5.
Sorry, always 10.
Yeah.
I was going to give it like a solid 7.5.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. There were bits that annoyed me, but I'm not as massive Transformers fan as what you are.
Yeah. So I can't complain. You had the original voice actors coming back for half the roles, and it was good fan service, and I enjoyed it. Yeah. So yeah. If I enjoy it, it's always good, because I haven't enjoyed the last 3.
Yeah.
Actually, I didn't even enjoy Revenge of the Fallen, so... But yeah, check out our other videos. I'm Trent.
I'm Julia.
Subscribe to our channel and, follow our handles at Fortress Nerds. And as always, you're watching...
The Fortress.